latest in tech suit innovation. The Tier Venzo utilizes frictionless fiber construction, surface lift technology, endo compression cage, seamless exo shell, Tier Venzo, Battleborn.
So, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Tollcross International Swimming Centre and to day number 3 of the British Summer Championships 2019. We have 8 heats of the men's 1500 metre freestyle to get underway with today, and we start off with heat number 1. First 1500 metre event of these championships. 30 lengths of Tollcross pool for these swimmers. Starting off in this heat 1. In lane 2, Killian McGuinness for Bassett Law. Then 2 City of Milton Keynes swimmers in lanes 3 and 4. Max Shaw in 3 and Harry Wynne Jones in lane number 4. Alexander Volkovoy, City of Salford, is in lane 5, and James Kay Barnett Copthall is in lane number 6. So all of the swimmers in this first heat, all 5 of them 14 years of age, or at least in the 14 years category will be 14 before the 31st of December 2019. Max Shaw preparing to take a early lead in this one. .2 seconds ahead after 300. So just over the 400 meter mark then in this first heat, the men's 1500 freestyle. Max Shaw for the city of Milton Keynes, safely dominating in this race. Going to turn at 500 meters now. Continuing at a steady pace through the 600 meters. Max Shaw over first. Killian McGuinness, Bassett Law turning in second. Approximately 5 seconds behind. Of course, the 1500 meter event, as the 800 meter event was yesterday, fully heat declared winners. As Max Shaw lifts his head to check his number of lengths. Our wonderful officials displaying cards as required in the 15 and 800 to help the swimmers keep track of their lengths. So approaching the halfway point now for Max Shaw of the city of Milton Keynes. 2 swimmers on his tail in lanes number 2. That's Cillian McGuinness, and lane number 6, James Kay. So those on the outside. Max Shaw totally out on his own now. Over halfway through this first 1500. It can be difficult sometimes to swim like this with just open water around you. Usually nice to have somebody around to keep an eye on, try and keep up with them, and then try and beat them the last 100 or so meters. That's always fun. But Max Shaw seemingly going for time here. Of course, going for time. Heat declared. Very important that he bears in mind not only the swimmers in his heat, but the swimmers that are going to surely come after him. Got a heat with loads of 14-year-olds in it. In heat number 2, and in fact, the fastest seeded 14-year-old appears all the way down in heat number 6. That's Liam Dawson from Nova Centurion. We'll see him a little bit later on. That's 900 meters done for Max Shaw. And as well, Cillian McGuinness and James Kay turning pretty much simultaneously there. That lead has got about 6 seconds, 6.16 seconds separating Max Shaw and James Kay in lane 6 now. As we come up for the 1,000 meter mark, 1K done. 500 meters to go. Max Shaw's best time is his entry time, 17:30.86. Certainly on pace for a PB, just looking at the splits from his swim to qualify for this race just a few months ago. When he did that 1,000 meter time, it's 11:41, and his time coming up for now at 1100 was 12:52.50. And he turns in 12:33.19, so Max Shaw looking at a massive PB here, quite potentially. On his most recent swim though, Max Shaw. Set this personal best time, City of Sheffield, meet Ponsforge back in March. Last time he swam it was May, where he's a little bit off. 17:53, no danger of being off here though, I don't think. Over there for 1,200, 13 minutes 43. About 15 seconds ahead of where he was. He's in his entry time in March. Of course, these swimmers across the age groups here are certainly trained up with the idea of nationals in mind. If you're a national level swimmer, your coach will be gearing you up all season to compete at your best at this level. The swimmers that you're seeing here are the fittest they've been all year, most of them. This is really where the training culminates into a glorious celebration of swimming here at a glorious facility such as Ponsforge International Swimming Centre. 14:53, the 1,300 metre turn. James Kay over second in lane 6. It'll be interesting to see what happens between Kay and McGuinness. They will just about be able to see each other at the corner of their eye. When you're swimming like that, you can't really quite see. You just know that there's something there. And generally, that's what you need as a goal to try and beat whatever that is that you can just about see to the end of that pool. So the officials approach the swimmers armed with their bells, which will start ringing as soon as Max Shaw goes under the flags. There we go. Bell number 1. Quick glance up just to check it's in. So final 100 metres then for these swimmers in heat number 1 of the 1,500 metres freestyle. Max Shaw looking to beat the time of 17:30.86. And looking at that split at the far end, he has 55 seconds to do a 50. So that personal best is definitely getting beaten. James Kay and Cillian McGuinness coming down on the outside 2 lanes. Cillian McGuinness really trying to put everything he can into the last few metres just to see if he can pip James Kay at the touch. See if we can in a moment. There we go. Max Shaw completes 1,500 metres in 17 minutes, 8.15 seconds. Absolutely murdering his PB by over 20 seconds. Look at that. James Kay comes in second, 17:16.8. And then Cillian McGuinness just a second behind that, 17:17.82 to take third. The last few swimmers coming in now. Lane number 5, that's Mr. Alexander Volkovi for the City of Salford, 17:41.56 for him. And last but not least, Harry Wynne-Jones, also of the City of Milton Keynes, coming in lane 4. There we go, 17:55.86. And upon confirmation of that result, we move to heat number 2. So, after that slightly delayed start, now one swimmer down. One start rule in swimming, of course. You've got one go to get it perfect. And it must be perfect. Right-o. Going through the swimmers then. In heat number 2, Luke Critchlow, Stockport Metro, is in lane 0. In 1, Rico Bringeman for Boston. Lane number 2 is David Allen for Black Lion. 3, Archie Hawkins for Fanet Swim. Lane 5 is Daniel Cox for Whitfield District. In lane 6, Josh O'Brien for City of Cardiff. Lane 7, Ben Merriman for Torfine. And lane 9 is Sean McCann for the City of Leicester. So coming up to 300 metres now. Just allow the swimmers to settle down a little bit into their pace. Archie Hawkins, Fanet Swim in lane 3, taking the early lead, 2:42.7 to 2:50 mark, 300 metres coming up. Hot on his heels though, David Allen, Black Lion swimmer in lane 2. Notably hatless. Most swimmers these days are opting to wear not one but two hats. As David obviously decided that he didn't like them. To be fair, over 1,500 metres, not a lot of difference in the little bit that a hat will take off for you. It's clearly not slowing him down. Archie Hawkins continuing to lead through to the 400-metre mark now. David Allen remaining firmly in second position. Other swimmers to tell you about lane 0. Fritchko keeping it up nicely. More slightly ahead of him, however, to his left, Rico Bringeman for Boston. And in line with Rico is lane 5's Daniel Cox for Wickham District. David Allen extending his lead now. Sorry, Archie Hawkins extending his lead on David Allen now. 3 seconds between the two swimmers. Which is starting to get a considerable distance between the two. Lie, nice, methodical, nearly catch-up stroke from Archie Hawkins. Interesting way of tumble turning. Both hands come down and almost flip back. You wouldn't think so, but maximising, fully utilising the turns on a 1500, massively important. Everything you can get away with that is not swimming, i.e. pushing off the ball as hard as you can, dolphin kicks underwater, all essential. Because it gives you that little bit of respite, it gives you a little bit more energy to push through when you are swimming. It's difficult down to 1500 to keep up with your body screaming at you that you need to breathe, you need to get up there. Even with the mental willpower to push through that. Remain disciplined, remember your training. Archie Hawkins now really pulling ahead. For the first at the 700 metre mark, 7:47.18. David Allen still maintaining second place, now almost 7 seconds behind though. And then competition definitely coming from Joshua O'Brien, lane 6, City of Cardiff swimmer, 7:62, puts him a little bit behind David Allen, but not a lot. So we approach the halfway point now, 750 metres. There goes Hawkins, 8:21.04. could be looking which side of 17 he's going to swim then. Meter mark. That's the distance the girls won yesterday. Of course, traditionally, 800 meters female event and the 1500 meters in male event. But these championships, both men and women have the opportunity to swim both the distance events. So there will be a men's 800 freestyle and a ladies 1500 freestyle later on in the week. We're going to take halfway through this 1500 to remind you about that thing we spent far too much time on. Social media, if you would like to get in touch, hashtag SummerChamps19. I believe our guest Gamer age competition is still open. So you can guess how old Stephen Jamieson is. Saw him on the big screen this morning. You didn't? Go look on Twitter, and I'm sure you'll find a picture of him somewhere. But yeah, if you want to get in touch, hashtag SummerChamps19. If you say something interesting, then I might even say hello. City of Birmingham tweeted a few minutes ago actually about some of the stands outside in the corridor here at Tollcross. Lucky to be joined by lots of different experts in lots of different fields who know lots about lots of different things. So if you want to go and have a chat with any of them, pick up some leaflets. I'm sure there's free things if you would like those. Out of the corridor here at Tollcross, just as you come in. 11:12:86. The 1K split for Archie Hawkins, who just continues to pull away. Seconds now ahead of the rest of the pool, which is no mean feat. Which was armed with 9 laps to go cards. I love the scoreboard here at Tollcross. Also providing us with that information, live scoreboard, live results, all available. Swimmingresults.org. British Swimming website, provide you with all of that information. Now almost a short course pool's length of water between Archie Hawkins and the rest of the pool. 15, 20, yeah, looking at about 20 metres at the moment. 200 meters to go for Archie Hawkins of Planet Swim. It's now Daniel Cox of Wickham District, who's starting to pull back, and these swimmers start to speed up now at the back end. Always a risk that you can leave it too late and have too much in the tank, but also a risk of going out too quickly, of course. Either one not good. Best to find a nice set pace and keep it that. But of course, when you know that there's only 100 meters to go, then it can sometimes turn out that you find that a little bit more of an adrenaline rush and you go, go, go. The bell rings for Archie Hawkins in lane 3. As it is for the rest of the pool now. Daniel Cox taking up second place at the moment. But it is all about Archie Hawkins. Lane number 3 is dominated throughout this race. "12 seconds ahead. Pushing through now on the final length. Last 25 meters to go, just putting in everything that he has left, trying to see if he can beat his entry time here. And here we go then, into the final finish. He touches in 16 minutes 53:35. Lovely little swim from him there. Great work, and then a little bit of a race coming in now between lanes 5 and 6. Ooh, Joshua O'Brien just pipped it there by 1/100th of a second. 1500 freestyle coming down to 1/100th of a second between second and third touch in this heat. I have seen a 1500 meters freestyle get tied for gold medal. That was exciting. Last few swimmers just coming into the wall now to nicely round up heat number 2.
Heat 3. And we are back underway with the 1500 meter freestyle heats, this being heat number 3. And also, I'm back. Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Stephen Jameson here to guide you through the remainder of this third heat of the 1500 free. Remember, heat declared winners in this event. We've got a mix of ages in this one. In fact, we have a representative from every age class in heat 3, running through them. In lane 0, that is James Harrington. He swims for Hillingdon. And he also swims in the 15-year age group. So too does Elijah Kendrick in lane 1 from Shiverers. William Baines from the Borough of Stockton is one of our younger swimmers. He's just 14. He goes in lane 2. Aidan Mitchell is a couple of years his senior. He is swimming in the 16-year class. Mitchell. Twins in lane 3. Liam Snook is in lane 4. 21-year-old from Northampton. Thomas Owens is in the senior class as well. He goes in lane 5. Elliot Pickford from the City of Manchester Aquatics is also in the senior class. He's in lane 6. Hubert Godanietz in the 15-year group from Plymouth Leander goes in 7. Tyler Melbourne Smith is in our junior group, 13-14s. He's in lane 8, swimming for the City of Liverpool. And James Woods is in lane 9 in the 15-year group from Middlesbrough. Leading them out then is Liam Snook, the oldest man in the fields. And he's trailed by Aidan Mitchell in lane 3 and William Baines in lane 2. So really spread fields, as we might expect, in a very mixed 1500 race, especially all these guys entering in similar times, but not necessarily ever going to mean they swam together in this one. We've reached the third of the way through mark, 500 metres, and it's Liam Snook who still leads the way. A couple of seconds up on Elijah Kendrick of Shiverers and Aidan Mitchell of the City of Birmingham. All three of those swimmers essentially leading their classes in this race though. A lot of tactics that go into a 1500. Positive splits, negative splits, all very valid. Does require a little bit more thought than your standard 100-meter race, for example. where the help from the coaches can be so crucial. We'll be on the pool side. Some of them giving thumbs up, some of them urging swimmers on, depending on how they're going. So Liam Snook of Northampton still going along really well. They've had a really good meet so far, Northampton. Pretty burgeoning club down there as well. The last few years they've developed into one of the leading clubs in the country, really. Great parasailing unit down there as well. It's Lady Robinson, Maisie Summers-Newton. Really good coaching setup down at Northampton. Good to see them doing so well. Liam Snook, another swimmer, who is part of that great setup. And others on the social media for Northampton this week is absolutely blitzing it. They've been kept busy. Letting their spectators and their supporters back home know who's doing well, who's getting into finals. 750 metres gone then. That is the official halfway point, and Liam Snook leads in first place. 8:16.66. Elijah Kendrick second. Hubert Gadaniet of Plymouth Leander is now in third place. 15-year-olds. Himself and Hayden Mitchell just swapping places pretty regularly, really up close with each other. They are swimming in separate age classes though, so you don't have to be too worried about that. There's a strange dimension in these early heats. Swimmers can't really worry too much about what anyone else is doing. Just have to swim their own race, and that makes it tough. Liam Snook is potentially here about to lose his lead. In fact, he almost certainly is. Elijah Kendrick is definitely going quicker on this stretch. He's really picked it up as Elijah in lane one here. And under 10 minutes for 900 metres. Daniel still going really well in lane 7. Sam Bryan's been in touch on Twitter. He's getting behind the Basildon and Phoenix boys. Lewis and Noah in the 1500 free. Orange machine will be in action shortly. Lewis Benning coming up in heat 5. Noah Jameson Neal in our 4th heat. Best of luck to those two swimmers. And if you'd like to get in touch, like Sam, just use the hashtag SummerChamps19. The competition is still open and will be until our finals if you'd like to win some tier goodies. I've had plenty of hilarious and not so hilarious guesses of my personal age. I'm refusing to reply to any of them lest I give any clue away. But some of them have been very hurtful. Hashtag SummerChamps19 on Twitter to get involved in that. Elijah Kendrick then is a long way in front. He's going on really, really nicely. 15-year-old from Shiverers. Five seconds up on Hubert Danietz. And Tyler Melbourne-Smith has come into play here. A youngster from the city of Liverpool. He's in the 14-year class and he's in 3rd place, giving up a lot of age. Quite a few of the swimmers in this one. Here they come then. Bell tolls in our 3rd 1500 meter freestyle race. Elijah Kendrick has blown away most of the field so far. He's been so impressive in lane 1. His PB is 16:48.96. Well on track to smash that. The season's best is about to be absolutely obliterated, of that I'm sure. That's 17:04. Likewise, Hubert Danietz as well, still in 2nd place. So then, Elijah Kendrick, what sort of time can we see from the Shiverers swimmer? 16:48 the PB, he's going to be well inside it. Fantastic swim, took it out from the front against some older swimmers as well. 16:37.64, fantastic swim from Elijah Kendrick. 2nd is Hubert Gadani at 16:43.78. Big swim from Hubert. He's taken the best part of 20 seconds off his time, in fact even more off his PB. Tyler Melbourne-Smith, the 14-year-old from City Liverpool, 16:45 for him. He's taken the best part of 20 seconds off his PB. Some brilliant swims there across the pool as the remainder of our swimmers touch in to complete the race. So there we go. That is the end of the race. And it looks like we're going to have a disqualification in this one as well. Yeah, we are. Those results are officially confirmed. A DQ in lane 2 for a technical infringement.
PD to AOE. Are we changing the card or are we going?
think we're just going to have a short delay here. Being told that timing pad's about to be changed. But, we'll soon see either way. And we are ready to go, I'm told, so happy days, we are underway. This is Heat 4, the 1500 free.
On and away then with heat number 4, the men's 1500 meters freestyle for the British Summer Championships 2019. I didn't forget the year there. In the pool right now then, in lane 0, Oliver Taylor for the City of Manchester Aquatics. In lane 1, Cameron Carlo for Barnet Copthall. In lane 2, Marcus Tambling for Hackney in lane 5. Timothy Chemerick for Mount Kelly in lane 4. Alex Crosland Robbins for Uni of Stirling. Lane 5 is Miles Turner for the City of Cambridge. In 6, Noah Jameson Neal for Basildon Phoenix. Lane 7 is Thomas Trebek for Truro City. In 8, Samuel Ridgely for Dulwich. And in lane 9, Cameron Travis for Aberdeen Performance. Approaching 200 metres. There's a 30 lengths for these swimmers to enjoy. All these guys turning pretty much together. No clear leader after 4 lengths. But I'm sure that one will emerge at some point. Turning first. At the moment, we'll see at the far end who is just in the lead. And when I say just, it is literally just. These swimmers turning pretty much simultaneously there. Samuel Ridgely from lane 8 winning that little competition. But absolutely nothing in it. And then again, you look at these guys' entry times and personal bests, and they are all incredibly similar. All in the very low 17 Very high 16 range. 2 outside lanes. Entry times 17 minutes exactly. Everybody else just dipping under that 17-minute barrier in terms of entry times. Quickest swimmer in the pool, undoubtedly Miles Turner, lane 5. Sorry, my apologies. Undoubtedly Alex Robbins in lane 4, 16:27. 77, his personal best time. With Miles Turner, the next quickest, 16:40.41, his PB. Both swimmers 19 years of age. Sam Ridgely in lane 8, still leading, albeit by not very much at all. Remember, if you're with us either here at Tollcross or on the live stream on the British Swimming YouTube channel, you can tweet us, hashtag SummerChamps19 to get in touch. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're not here, let us know how hot it is where you are. Lanes 8 and 5 turning very much together there. Miles Turner starting to take a little bit of a lead to 36.95 versus 6:36.95 versus 6:37.06. Just over a tenth of a second between those two. Coming with them is Alex Crosland-Robbins. Just over half a second. Miles Turner and Samuel Ridgely on that turn. Also trying to break away with this pack. Lane number 7, Thomas Trebilcook. we turn at the halfway stage. 8:18.13. The halfway split for Miles Turner. 8:18.83. There's a halfway split for Samuel Ridgely. Paper. Turner considerably quicker than Ridgely, and you've got to remember the age difference between these two swimmers as well. Sam Ridgely, 15 years old. Whereas Miles Turner, 19 years of age, so completely eating in totally separate competitions, really. Really the only two people in this race that are relevant to Sam Ridgely. Noah Jameson Neal in lane 6 is in the same age category as is Cameron Travis in lane 9. Also, Timothy Chimerick in lane 3 and Oliver Taylor in lane 0, all competing in that 15 years age category. Well, the pools don't it even out a little bit now. 3 swimmers turning practically together first now. That's the first time that we've had a lead from Alex Crosland-Robbins in lane 4. Quickest swimmer on paper. Expected to win this heat this season before the qualifying window opened. She had a time of 16:47.02. Still a way off his lifetime best. 16:27.77. Keep an eye out on lane 2. So saying another one to watch there, lane 2, Marcus Tambling. Keeping up with this leading pack at the moment. Lane 9 also bringing itself into the equation. Sorry, that's Cameron Travis. Remember, Travis and Ridgely directly racing each other here. They're in the same age category. As are the two centre lanes. Alex Crosland-Robbins in 4, Miles Turner in 5, both of whom in the 19 years and over age group. And now at this stage of the race, looking at 5 swimmers turning together, very evenly paced. Heat 1,100 metres completed. Just 400 to go. Absolutely key in these races. These swimmers need to turn it on at some point now and really push, but they don't want to go too early and find that they don't have enough left then for the very last little bit. So all about timing when you're going to put that last push on. And instead of going from 0 to 100 super quick, go through the gears, slowly turn it up as you go along. As you get towards the race, just put a little bit more effort in each time, every length. See if you can take a tiny bit off. And if you're doing any kind of negative splitting, that always keeps coach happy. Lane 9 this time, Cameron Travis. First time he's been in the lead throughout this race. A few of the swimmers there looking up at those little place cards. Just check, and having it confirmed, 5 lengths to go. Just over 200 metres left for these swimmers, so 5 of whom now swimming out together. Closest 1500 heat we've seen so far today. Cameron Travis really pulling through in these closing stages. Just hoping to keep that up. Over we go, 14:39.2. So Samuel Ridgely, Cameron Travis, they'll know that they're in the same age group. They'll know to stand a better chance in the rankings. It's important to beat one another. In a way, it's a bit of an advantage because they can use each other to push themselves on, and these two groups of swimmers will be. So really and truly, you've got to look at this as 2 separate races going on at the front here. The race between lanes 8 and 9, Sam Ridgely and Cameron Travis, and the race between the 2 centre lanes, Alex Crosland-Robbins and Miles Turner. I hear that dingling of a bell, getting ready. As they approach 5 metres. There go the bells. Telling those swimmers to push, push, push. They've only got 2 lengths to go. Cameron Travis in 9. Turning second of the 2 at the end there. It is Samuel Ridgely that's now starting to pull back. This is going to be close between these 2, and it's going to be very close between the 2 in the middle. Remember, 2 separate races. First of all, who comes first out of 8 and 9, and then who comes first out of 4 and 5. Separate age groups. Let's watch these now as we come to the last 10 or so metres. Sam Ridgely, Cameron Travis. Who is going to touch the wall first? This is going to come down to the wire. Who's got the longest arms? Cameron Travis does. 16:39.79. Just 5/100th of a second behind Sam Ridgely. And then, out of the 2, 19 years and over, Miles Turner gets in there first. 16:45.09. PBs all over the place here. Cameron Travis going into this quickest time, 16:49.02. That means he beats it by 9 seconds. Sam Ridgely, 16:59, so even bigger a PB there. Fantastic swimming from these lads. It's always lovely to see. And there we go. Concluding heat number 4, that official result on the board for us here at Tollcross. Remember, Twitter competition still open. Tweet us #SummerChamps19. And we're trying to guess Stephen Jamison's age. You saw him on the board this morning. He's my co-commentator here today. How old do you think he looks? If you get it right, you could be in with a chance And we're also running a competition to see who can send us the most summary photo of the week. Can you send us a summary photo? The most summary photo will win a competition. That one's running all week long. Last chance to guess Stephen's age will be today though. Hashtag SummerChamps19 is what you need to get in touch on Twitter. Nearly ready to continue the swimming here at Tollcross. We continue with heat number 5. Leading you through the swimmers then. In the pool right now, lane 0, Ryan Duncan for St Thomas Swimming Club. Lane 1, Benjamin Tritton for Uni of Surrey. In 2, Isaac Dodds for Tigers jersey. In lane 3, Josh Weston for Wickham District. In lane 4, Ethan Sutcliffe for City of Leeds. In lane 5, Thomas Devines for Tigers again. In lane 6, James Bartley for Mount Kelly. 7, Lewis Binning for Basildon and Phoenix. In lane 8, Mason Bland for Kingston upon Hull. And in lane number 9, Matthew Woodall for the City of Sheffield. So, opening stages, number 5 of the men's $1,500 freestyle. Again, age groups super important in this. Matthew Woodall from the City of Sheffield. Line 9, Mason Bland, Kingston upon Hull. Lane 8, as well as Thomas Define, Tigers. Joshua Weston in lane 3 and Isaac Dodds in lane 2, all competing in the 15 years age group. Whilst other swimmers, 16 years, we have Ryan Duncan in lane 0, Ethan Sutcliffe in lane number 4, James Bartley in 6, Lewis Binning in 7, all these swimmers entering this competition with either a PB, it's a lifetime best time, or a season best. Only swimmer with a season best is the man in lane 7, Lewis Binning Entered at 16:50.41, can go 16:47.87. And leading early on throughout this. No one individual person, group of 4 swimmers appear to be mostly out in front there. Turning first to that wall. Thomas defends. Sam's been using the hashtag SummerChamps19 on Twitter. She says good luck to Lewis and Noah in the 1500 free for Basildon and Phoenix. City of Liverpool. And let's go Tyler. Somebody else getting early good look in for Ben Newell and Didcott will be in the next heat. If you want to get your good luck messages in, hashtag SummerChamps19, as I said. If you want to win free tier goodies, then you can also use that hashtag. Except this time we want to know how old Stephen Jameson is for today, or we're looking for you to take a summary picture, something that makes it look summery here at Tollcross. Sun at the moment has gone in behind the clouds, but luckily we're in a swimming pool, so it's no bother. Hot, 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 365 days of the year. Turning for 600 there, Joshua Weston from Wickham District in lane 3, now taking a lead. This heat a little bit more spread out than the last one. Saying that though, still good few swimmers, all of the same ability. All swimming pretty much together. Meters down. Joshua Weston continuing to lead. One of the younger swimmers as well in this heat. 15 years of age. Number 15 lap cards come out, telling us that we've reached halfway through this 30 length strong 1500 meter swim. Joshua Weston continuing to gain on the rest of the pool here. These swimmers, even if they are long distance swimmers, don't always have as much opportunity to swim a 1500 as they do at 50, you'll often find sprinters will get to practice racing several times a season. Almost every weekend they'll be away racing somewhere. 1500, 800 competition's a little bit more rare, so these swimmers really need to make the most of each one. Joshua Weston certainly making the most of this. We come up for 900 now. Two centre swimmers though, Ethan Sutcliffe, Thomas Defines, starting to make gains. Baines and Weston in the same age group, so it's important. That lead that Weston had now down to just 0.8 seconds between himself, fellow 15-year-old Thomas Defanes in lane 5. The 1,000-meter mark again, it's down. Just half a second separating the two swimmers. Before long, I think we're going to see Thomas Defanes leading this race. Ethan Sutcliffe in 4, James Bartley in 6. Those two in the same age group, as well as Lewis Binning in 7, or 3 of them together, 16-year-olds. So the race between Ethan Sutcliffe in 4, Lewis Binning in 7. Important as well. Coming up for 1,100 metres. So we just passed the 12-minute mark. Weston extending his lead on that turn, though, 0.7 this time. So, not sure where these two are going to end up, or which way around that's going to go. It's all going to be about who has left the most in the tank for the end. So these swimmers put in training day in, day out, especially the longer distance swimmers. The amount of meters that these guys will be doing per week will be up in the tens of thousands. .02 on that turn. So has Thomas Defanes played this perfectly and held off just enough to take down somebody in his age group? That somebody, of course, being Josh Weston in lane number 3. And there we go. Thomas Defanes now ahead by 0.3 seconds. $1,250, coming up to 1,300 now. 200 meters plus 25. to go. These two swimmers just sitting back. Neither one of them quite turning it on yet. It's all about when you step up that gear now. Yeah, 0.3, exactly the same as it was at the other end. Joshua Weston's underwater. A little bit stronger, certainly on upturn. Yeah, as I said in the previous heat, underwater. Massively important in every swimming race. At the end of the day, in a 1500, the more work you can do underwater and off the balls, the less work you have to do on top of the water. Just 0.1 separating them at that turn. This race is going to come down to the wire. Which one of them has it in them? Meanwhile, slightly further back, lane 4, Ethan Sutcliffe versus lane 7, Lewis Binning. Those guys are in the 16 years age group together. Binning looks to be, Sutcliffe looks to be the stronger of the two. All right then, 100 metres to go. Joshua Weston back in the lead this time by 0.33 seconds. It is 100 metres of everything that these guys have left now. As we hear the bells chime, who's going to be ahead out of these two at the turn end? Again, it's going to be so close. 0.16 with Defanes just in the lead this time. So these two will now be able to see each other. Joshua Weston having the advantage of breathing to that side, coming down this length. Which one of these two is going to come off better? 15 metres to go. Are we going to see PB smashed? And also, which of these two 15-year-olds is going to turn out better? 5 metres to go, heads down, straight arms. Oh my word. In the end, Thomas Defanes narrowly wins that race. 16:24.74, which is an insane PB, ladies and gentlemen. I'm struggling even to do the maths on that. You're looking at around 20 seconds of personal best there. Joshua Weston, 16:24.80, narrowly behind. Great swim from both lads. Again, similar level of PB. And then Ethan Sutcliffe in third, 16:36.27. Narrowly beating Lewis Binning, also in the same age group, 16:37.85 there. Right, all our swimmers in from heat number 5. So we move on to heat number 6. Away with heat number 6 then of the men's 1500 metre freestyle. Lane 0, Jan Divit, Camden Swiss Cottage is 16, and fellow 16-year-olds also reside in lane 1. Ben Newell, Didcot, had a shout out for him earlier, wishing him good luck in this heat. And also Joshua Vance of Northampton Swimming Club. Those 3 all 16-year-olds in that section of the pool. Also Thomas Sansom in lane 4, another 16, and that concludes those guys. Then in lane 7 we've got a 15-year-old, Michael Kumazeki, Hatfield, and also I mentioned this guy earlier. 14-year-old swimmer, Liam Dawson, is in lane number 8, quickest seed. 14-year-old by quite some margin. Will he hang on to that and win the 1500 in his age group? Then the Open boys, on 19 years and over, should I say. Joshua Foles for Whitton Dolphins is in lane 3. Harley Benchis of Edinburgh University finds himself in lane number 5. Sam Blackett of Northampton Swimming Club is in lane 6. And Benjamin Prosser of Wickham District in lane number 9. Past 200 meters, 250. That turn there. Yeah, no clear leader as yet, but I'm sure more will emerge as we go on. Thomas Sandstrom currently in the lead, 3:13.68 to split there at 300 metres. Second, just 0.02 behind him, Michael Klimaseki for Hatfield in lane number 7. At just 14, well, he isn't actually even 14 years old yet. First 500 metres almost done then. Thomas Sansom still edging first, although, yeah, on that one, just about. Not a lot in it though. Remember, just to recap those ages, Thomas Sansom in the 16 years age group. Harley Benchis, though, swimming next to him, totally different age group, 19 years and over for him. pulling away further now, Thomas Sansom. Good luck wish coming for Joshua Foles from Pramila and everyone at Witham Dolphins. Another one in that for Ben Newell. You for Ben Newell, very popular on Twitter. Sansom just really coming into his own now. 3.5 seconds between him and Harley Beanshees of Edinburgh University. Just such a lovely stroke that he has going on as well. Just tell, really catching the water, pulling it back, getting absolutely everything he can out of the stroke. Not coming fully stretching out, exiting by the hip. All of those coaching points that our coaches remind us about frequently. Exceptionally important when we get to this level, any level in fact. Listen to your coaches, kids. Fantastic swim this from Thomas Sansom. In we go there for 900 metres. 9 minutes 44.54. Personal best time for Sansom is 16:33.84. That's what he'll be hoping to beat today. Bear in mind, Harley Beanshees is a PB 16:09.83. And Thomas Sansom is miles away from him at the moment, 7.93 seconds away. 10 metres of water between Sansom and the rest of the pool. Joshua Fowles and Harley Beanshees, though, certainly in a race of their own. Bear in mind, of course, that race is actually more important. Both those boys in the 19 years and over age group. Just under 500 metres to go then. 11, 53, 51 at 1/100. You're looking at over 10 seconds of space between lanes 4 and 5 there, which is quite a lot of time. Well, actually now 20 meters of water. Separate Thomas Sansom from the rest of the pool. Going up now 1200. Last little bit to push through, 300 meters to go. Lanes 5 and 3 though have been using each other as pacers throughout this whole race. One of them is going to have to try and go soon. Also, two swimmers 7 and 8. Separate age groups, but Michael Klimanescu can keep up. And absolute credit to him. Fantastic 13-year-old. Can be doing so well at these championships. Quite a swimmer as well. Several medals won last year at the British Summer Champs. Ooh, I heard a ding. That means the bell's about to go. That means Thomas Sansom is coming in for his final 100 meters now. Just 4 lengths left for him. 15:08, that's clear. That gives him around a minute 20 to swim 100 meters. Which is a lot of time to swim 100 meters. So this PB is going to get obliterated here. Over he goes at the far end. All the bells going off. Letting the swimmers know. 2 lengths to go. It's a great feeling when you hear that bell after you've been swimming for so long. So here we go then. Thomas Sansom swimming in, last 10 meters for him. What's the time going to be? Almost guaranteed a PB here. Into the ball he comes. Fantastic swim. 16 minutes, 12.05 seconds. Fist pump goes in the air. Excellent swim from him. Massive improvement on his PB. Of 20 seconds off that. Harley Beanshe's coming in there, 16:27.73. Season best for him. Joshua Fowles, 16:29.20. Nice little PB for him there. So the last few swimmers now make their way into the wall. Michael Klimanescu coming in 4th there. 13-year-old swimmer, just incredible. 16:34.12. Not even a PB for him. That's how good he is. Good swim though from everybody row around. As we move on to heat number 7. So 2 more heats then of the 1500. There are in fact 3, but the last one, heat number 9, will be swum as part of the final session, which commences at 5 p.m. today. Hope you can join us for that. Always super fun. Final session, and we'll have relays. Everybody loves a relay. So yeah, all that to enjoy from 5 o'clock here at Tollcross International Swimming Centre in Glasgow, home of the Commonwealth Games 2014 European Championships last year. And of course, live stream across the world on that little thing we like to call YouTube, British Swimming YouTube channel. That's where you go for all of that. So swimmers then in heat number 7 of this 1500 metre swim. Joey Tippin in lane 0, City of Leicester swimmer, 16 years of age. Daniel Johnson in lane 1 is 17. Marshall Lillingworth, City of Glasgow swim team, 19 years old. Jim McCaffrey from Adernian is swimming as an 18-year-old, 18 later in the year. Adam Hall for Tewkesbury in lane number 4 is 18 years of age. Josh Williams in lane number 5, swimming at these championships as a 17-year-old, obviously 17, 18 years category. Will be 17 later in the year. Henry Pierce, again, same story, 17 later in the year. Daniel Marotta, City of Swansea Aquatics, is in lane 7. And he is swimming as an 18-year-old. Joshua Skinner in lane number 8 for Nova Centurion, 16 years of age. And last but not least, lane 9, Max Adams, City of Salford, swimming as a 14-year-old.
So currently at 500 meters. Josh Williams leads us off. 5:18.56. Briefly running through those ages again, because I think I got my maths a little bit wrong on some of them. Just so that we're all 100% right. I mean, 0, 16 years old, and then 1, 17 years age group. You're looking at 19-year-old swimmer in lane 2. It's the only 19 years and over age category swimmer here. Then 17 and 18 continue in the middle of the pool. Lanes 3, 4, 5, 6, all in the same age group. As well as 7. Lane 8 in the 16 years. And lane 9, 15 years age group. 600 meters done. Josh Williams pulling away nicely now. Determined to be the first to that wall. Determined to try and put himself in the medals. Williams continues to extend his lead. Then over 800 meters, over halfway through, just under 5 seconds separating him. Next closest swimmer, that's Daniel Barotta. Now down in lane number 7. Swimming in that same age group as Williams. They're a little bit younger. A lot of work to do though if he wants to chase him down. That lead still extending every length. And the rest of the pool without too much trouble at all. His personal best is a little bit quicker than his entry time. Entry time, the best he's done this year though. Best ever than those 16, 19, 64. Nice to see if we beat that today. Just been sent a tweet on the hashtag SummerChamps19 by a swimmer already done with their swims at these championships and has managed to record the perfect slow motion water hat application technique. I'm sure that has a proper name someone's coined, but I'm not familiar with it, but thank you for that. Anything else you do want us to see, say. Or you want to enter our competition, remember hashtag SummerChamps19 on the website. Make the world go round. Twitter is the place to be, hashtag SummerChamps19 to get in touch. In the meantime, Joshua Williams still meters ahead of anybody else. 7.68 seconds ahead of lane 7 at the moment. Only a few lengths left for these swimmers. Joshua Williams turns at 1,200 metres. 300 to go. Lead extended to 8 seconds. More to go. For Joshua Williams now. Way ahead of anybody else. And of course, in the pool, another little race going on between lanes 7 and lane number 3. Daniel Marotta, Jamie McCaffrey. Those guys trying to see if they can get one place higher in the rankings in their age group. A pair of 18-year-olds. As the bells start dinging to let us know
2 lengths left. Final length then for Joshua Williams, coming down the home straight already. Almost 10 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. 25 meters to go for him. Is it going to be a PB? 16:19.64 is his time to beat. I think he most certainly is going to do it. In he comes. Great swim there. Final time, 16:05.72. Another PB smashed. Over 10 seconds off it there. Daniel Marotta coming in second. 16:17.15. That gives him a nice little PB as well. Jamie McCaffrey, Modernian, 16:18.20. Again, PBs all round in this heat, which is lovely to see. Coming in fourth there, Joey Tippin in the end. In lane 0, 16:2.884. Again, PB. These swimmers just keep on getting quicker, which is lovely to see. Everyone should always be pleased as long as they've beaten their own time. And concluding heat 7, we move now on to the final heat of this set of 1500s. This is heat number 8. I find it absolutely mental that these guys can go under a minute for the first 100 split of a 1500 swim. To think that you've got to swim 30 lengths and you can do the first 2 in under a minute is slightly insane to me. But that is why these guys train like they do, so that they can go out like that and hang on. So taking you through this bunch of swimmers then in lane 0. Joseph Kingsland, for Nova Centurion. 1, Bailey Herstein for City of Manchester Aquatics. 2 is Archie Plowman for Northampton. In lane 3, his teammate, Jackson O'Rourke. In fact, Northampton well represented in this last but one heat of the 1500 freestyle, because Jack Buswell is also representing them in lane 6. Joel Thompson for Ellesmere College and Ralph Munster for City of St Albans are between them in lanes 4 and 5. Then Charlie Langford for Fanet Swim is in 7. And I didn't even notice actually, Northampton with 4 swimmers in this heat. Jevon Penny of lane 8 also in the pool.
Northampton really starting to produce some good long distance swimmers. So 4 in a heat like that. This is still another heat to come. That'll be the final heat, and that'll run before we get underway with the finals this evening. So we hope you join us from 5 o'clock for that. Whether you're here in venue with us at Tollcross or sat at home on the Sun Lounger, maybe even at work. Phone hidden from the boss at the office. Wherever you're watching, hope you are around at 5 o'clock for the start of our finals. Archie Bauman takes the first turn there, not a lot separating him and Bailey Hessine. In lane 1. Different age group of swimmer though. Archie in the 18 years, 17, 18 years age group. Bailey Hessine in the 20-year-olds, or he is 20 years old and therefore is in the 19 years and over age group. Those two really using each other in the opening stages of this race to approach 500 metres. Not a lot in it at all. He's going to get over first though. So little separating those two swimmers, 0.06 on that turn. Just swimming right next to each other, using each other to push through. Out in lane 6. Jack Buswell of Northampton, swimming quite nicely, currently sitting in 3rd. So Jack Buswell now really pulling himself into this race, taking a lead off after Archie Plowman had led throughout. It's now 3, possibly 4 horse race. So we approach halfway. There we go. Jack Buswell over first. Archie Plowman, fellow Northampton swimmer, over a second behind, exactly a second between those two. For me to mark that gap opening up a little bit. Nothing between Plowman and Hersey, though. 0.02 separating them at 800 metres. Buswell does have the quickest time in him out of the few swimmers in the lead at the moment. 16:11, his personal best. Archie Plowman currently occupying second position. Lifetime best is 16:16. So Bailey Hersey, who's been racing the whole time, lifetime best 16:12. So it'll be interesting to see if these swimmers can keep up this pace. And what times it shall bring. There's loads of PBs in these 1500 heats today. So before, these swimmers tip-top condition. The vast majority of them are tapered down for competitions such as these. Making sure that they're as race ready as they possibly can be. Joseph Kingsland bringing himself into the mix there. Popping his head into either second or third. We'll see at this 1,000-metre turn. Second, 2.7 seconds between him and Jack Buswell. And here the coaches shouting them on, telling them to keep pushing. Joseph Kingsland really starting to push in here. No question about who turned second on that one. 0.29 behind the leader. About 0.8 behind then for Archie Plowman. Approaching 1,200 meters, 300 to go. That difference between Jack Buswell and Joseph Kingsland not changing at all there. Both maintaining steady paces. Just over 200 left. For these swimmers, Jack Buswell maintaining a lead. Joseph Kingsland trying to close the gap. In different age groups though, Kingsland only in a 16 years age group. There is one seed down to be quicker than him that's not in this heat. Next heat coming up. There is one 16-year-old. So potential challenge from him later on today. But in terms of this race, there are other 16-year-olds in it, but he does not need to worry about them. He's going for the big boys now. Ellie Hersin, who was really in this to this point, dropped off a little bit now. As we get the bell for Jack Buswell to remind him that there's only 2 lengths to go, and the same for Joseph Kingsland and Archie Plowman, again turning together. Only 0.02 between those two actually. As we come into the closing stages of this race, reminders of personal best to see if they get broken. Jack Buswell, season best to be 16:19. Sorry. No, that's right, 16:19.28. Personal best will be 16:11.42. Here we go then. Last little bit, 25 meters left for these swimmers. Archie Plowman starting to pull away from Joseph Kingsland, putting what he has left in the tank now into these final few meters. Even trying to chase down Jack Buswell. I don't think he's going to get there though. 5 meters to go for Buswell. Face down in the pool as he touches 16:09.08. That's a new lifetime best for him. Second is Archie Plowman, 16:11.76. Again, same thing, PB there. And Joseph Kingsland in lane 0, 16:13. Yeah, massive PB from Kingsland over in the far end. Great swim from him. And we will see later where these lads have come in the rankings. All those results will be available as soon as we know online on the British Swimming website. Just waiting for the last swimmer to come in. Excellent stuff. And a confirmed result will be with us shortly. There we have it. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this 1500 meters mini session. We will be back for more stuff at 5 o'clock. That's when the finals start, and we look forward very much to seeing you all then.